Good morning, everyone. Oh, a stream at 9:38 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time. It's sunny. It's mildly warm, but not too warm, and I think it's going to be a good day. Oh, I woke up and was like, "Oh, it's probably 1 or something." Even though I went to bed early, it's probably 1, right? No, it's 9. It's 9 a.m. What? Crazy. And today, next in the commission queue is good old Jaybird's commissions. Uh, where's Trello? Soldier token. Oh yes, a soldier token will be the only card that won't be fully won't be fully painted. The rest are going to be border extensions. Yes. Man. It's actually kind of chilly enough that with my AC units on, it's a bit too cold in my apartment. But that's no reason to turn the AC off. You just put a blanket on, light some candles, and get started painting. Alright, we got Jay's whole collection here. So for anyone who is new to this channel, or just tuning in, or watching this video after the fact, or watching the stream after the fact, oh, my website is not, wait, is it? I don't think my website's in my description box. Donations? No, it is not. But I do have my Trello there. So you can click on commission info where it says Trello. I do have a website. It's not in the description box yet, but when you click on Trello, there'll be a link to it on that web page for now. So that's that. What do we want to do first? I'm not quite sure what to do for the soldier tokens. This is for his Yes Man deck. His Yes Man deck goes crazy. It is mono white, and somehow he has found, I think, probably every white spell that can counter Wrath of God. I just realized there's a face there. Bury all creatures, or updated to destroy. I'm kind of surprised that they changed it to destroy. Let's start with this one. Where's my phone? Oh no, my phone's battery. A low of 11, high of 24. Why? It shouldn't be 24 anymore. was like, what am I looking for? YouTube, so I can have the chat up. There we go. Now I can see chat. And we need this. And put this over here. Move that there, I suppose. I kind of... My garbage can near my desk is a little overflowing. We'll need some greens. Black is still on my desk from last night. Some dark blues. Oops. Some reds. Let's try that for now. Let us try this for now. Alright. And we got our water here. I had another weird dream that I was back in the Navy, and the parking lot in the dockyard is massive because obviously it parks like everyone who's, well, almost everyone who's going to the ships every day. And I was in my dream, I was like, I can't find my freaking car. It was so weird. I've never lost my vehicle before, like not knowing where it was. Actually, no. I guess I have. And that's when I got towed away once in my career. That sucked a lot. We're just pouring out the different paints we're going to be using. cat. She wishes to join the painting, but she cannot. You cannot, kitty. What other color? White. Where's my normal white color? Where is it? Oh, it fell over. Army Painter, matte white. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's start with this brush. Now, the type of paints I use are mostly Citadel right now. And the reason I use Citadel paints is simply because when I started Warhammer mini painting, I started with Citadel paints. So I have abundance of Citadel paints and they work just fine. They're nice and easy to water down and make a fantastic paint for altars. So first thing I'm going to do is just kind of lay down some color, and then we'll start color matching later. And we're just laying down the base colors right now. Then once we have a nice little base coat, like I said, then we'll start trying to make the colors blend in with the actual artwork that's on the card. Oops. Just do blue all the way around for now. And now with border extensions, I try my very best to leave the original artist's name unpainted, because we are not covering up their artwork. And we definitely don't want to take away their credit. Yesterday I watched Pay Wubby Money open up quite a few collector boxes of Spider-Man. And honestly, the set doesn't look that exciting to me. I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. Actually, I'm not really a Spider-Man fan at all. I'll watch the movies, but I think the last time I truly cared about Spider-Man as movies or anything is when the first Spider-Man movie ever came out with Tobey Maguire. And then I think it was the second one? Yeah, second one with Doc Ock, and then I didn't really care for the third one, whatever came after that. I was like, nah, whatever. Although Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, like, grabbed my teenage, not even, yeah, I guess my young teenage girl's heart. I was just like, oh, he's so handsome. So sophisticated, and then he becomes evil. My parents are like, wow, she's really obsessed with this guy. This fictional guy. What the crap? It's kind of funny. But, yeah. Spider-Man, don't really care too much about. Universes Beyond stuff is a little polarizing. Like, it's here to stay, so I'm not gonna hate on it or get all pissy that it exists. Nothing we can do about it now. But I wish, I don't know. Every different IP they choose is going to resonate with people differently. Final Fantasy did fantastic in terms of box office sales. But I really don't think Spider-Man's going to be the same. I think the only reason the product's hard to get is because scalpers from the Final Fantasy set are assuming that the Spider-Man set's going to be the same as Final Fantasy, but I really don't think so. Avatar, I don't know. Maybe, maybe it does well, but uh, I grew up with it, kinda, but I didn't really watch it that much. Avatar wasn't really something I enjoyed that much. I was like, okay, whatever. Cool Fire Nation people. I don't know. definitely. There's there's 3 cards from Spider-Man that I do want. I've already ordered 2 of them through Card Trader, which, if you don't know Card Trader, or if you use Card Trader, if you sign up using my link down below, it helps support the channel, and you can use code Planeswalker for 5% off your first purchase, which is pretty cool. Me and them have been partnered for a bit, and I always use them to buy cards I'm looking for. And I already pre-ordered City Pigeon. Yes, it's a card now. And what's the other card that I ordered? Cat Venom or something? I don't know. Ah, YouTube like updated. No, that's not what I want. I want my stream. There we go. Cat Venom. And then I just saw that there's a spider cat. I'll probably get that too because I like cats. But I'm not going to open packs to get it. I'm just going to get it from Card Trader. Alright, let's start mixing some colors. Oh, and I want I want the hot dog food token in foil. I love collecting food tokens. They're all so delicious. Well, not all of them, but most of them are delicious looking. The glare of the light I'm using is kind of poo-poo. I don't know how. Maybe that's better. What kind of paint do you use? I use a mix between Citadel, War Painter, and Vallejo, but most of the paint I use is Citadel currently. Same paint used for Warhammer. Yeah, I think that's... I'm trying to make it so you guys see the card the way I see it. Okay, there you go. That's... Now you're not catching the glare. Also, hello Cotterman, how are you? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. My cat's just watching me. No, my little tabby cat. You're so cute. Her name is Violet, and she's the best. She's so soft and cuddly. You're so cute, Violet. I just want to squish your face, which I just did. Need to get like a second webcam. Cat cam. So, it's quite amazing how much Magic cards' overall borders have changed over the years. I know we still have kind of the basic border, but when you look at the full art borders now, there's pretty much no border at all. Like the text is just free floating uh, over the image. It's kind of interesting. I love me some retro border. whether it's retro border reprints or just retro border in general. It's very nice. Especially brown border artifacts. Oh, beautiful. Just gorgeous. And for anyone who's tuning in on this Wednesday morning, in Atlantic Standard Time, we're about 2 hours off from lunch. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday morning. Hope the day blesses you. Thank you, Superman. I do hope the day blesses you with whatever you need. And that maybe something extra comes out of today. Halfway through the week. Some crazy stuff's been going on in the world lately. So, try and put out some positivity today. Or every day, really. So easy to fester on thoughts that haunt us. But wake up, think of something good. What's good about today so far? And even if today isn't good so far, try and find something good so far. Thank you, Space Corps. Thank you. This is just a border extension though, so gotta give credit to the actual artist who did most of the painting. Is that the One Ring? Looks nice. It is not the One Ring. It is Mage's Right Stone. I don't remember the set because I was not around or collecting during just set, but it is an artifact, 2 mana artifact that has, for 1 mana, tap it, untap target creature that has an activated ability with tap in its cost. Which this card goes into my friend's Yes Man deck. He commissioned this, and Yes Man says, tap this creature, draw 2 cards, and pass control of him to someone else. And you put I think it's a muster counter or something like that on him each time he gets tapped with that effect. And then when he leaves the battlefield, he gets a 1/1 soldier for each counter that was on Yes Man when he leaves, or when he left the battlefield. And it is just leave. You don't have, it doesn't have to be destroyed. It doesn't have to be exiled. Just simply leave the battlefield, and he gets his tokens. Fantastic draw machine. I do try and stream almost every day. Seeing your profile pic has complete mark. Do you do Phyrexian text alters? I mean, I could do that. I do have the translator, but I do love me some Phyrexia, especially new Phyrexia, or like the set new Phyrexia. The old Phyrexian cards, or older Phyrexian cards, especially from like Mirrodin and stuff, are just horrifying looking in a good way. And for anyone who didn't know, the completed mark, or the Phyrexian symbol, or the poison counter symbol, whatever you know it as, is actually the Greek symbol for phi, Phi, which is one of the reasons it's called or inspired by Phyrexia, or called Phyrexia. Not that there's any Greek or Roman references other than Praetor. Actually, there's probably other references, but just a little tidbit. It is indeed an existing um, letter, I suppose, symbol. Oh yes, I was like, what was I saying? I do try and stream every day because I do have a commission queue. This is a commission. So if you are interested in tuning in whenever I am streaming, be fantastic to see you guys subscribe, because then you'll get notified of when I am streaming. Or you can join the Discord and it notifies you there as well. I don't do as many unboxings anymore of Magic because Magic is expensive now, especially in Canada. Oh, I'll always hold and cherish the fact that I got a collector box of New Capenna for just a little under $300, and now collector boxes are selling for double, if not triple that, which is just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Make sure I'm not getting the glare. I have a question. Would you be able to do an altar of the Master Multiplied, but it's Agent Smith? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The way my commissions work is if you want, instead of sending me the card. Oh, thanks for the subscribe. Daniel Storsund, thank you so much for subscribing. For commissions, if you don't want to send me a card, which is fine, you pay the price of the card that I find locally, and then I can paint it and send it to you. All the details are in my description box, in the commission info link, and then that'll bring you to my website, because I'm still working on that. And there's a little Q&A section for everything. Actually, I can show some altars I did recently. They're right here because they haven't been shipped off yet. So yesterday we did Time Wizard. This one's kind of gory. This is Animate Dead. This is a scene from an anime. These are commissions. Thieving Skydiver. Beseiju Who Endures. What else do I have here? Cloud Post. Crux of Fate. Birds of Paradise. This one was requested that everything be covered for the most part, because, well, if you don't know what Birds of Paradise does, I don't know. Thank you, Rose. Space Core 2, thank you so much for subscribing. I turned on the notifications, or the sounds, because there is supposed to be a sound that pops up. Hopefully it's not too loud. And if it is too loud, let me know. I can turn down notifications. so this guy's arm is down here as well. I would definitely keep you in mind when money's a bit better. Might track a deck with love more Phyrexian bling. Heck yeah. I used to have a infect deck and all the like kind of basic little cards that don't have full arts and stuff. I would full art. I wish I had pictures of them. I had to sell my collection maybe like a year or two ago now, because unfortunately, Veterans Affairs up here in Canada isn't too fantastic sometimes. So was without money for a little bit, so my collection took a hit, but nothing you can't get back. But I had some fantastic altars for my infect deck. But they are now in the collection of another. Could redo them though. Be pretty cool. My my friend I play Magic with, he can't stand infect, but he does play CDH level Lathril, the elf, the black and green elf deck. But yeah, commissions are, they're almost always open. It's just a matter of getting on the list. Yo, could have not. That's why that SpongeBob's there. AI is a fantastic tool, and I will promote it as much as I desire. I don't understand how to join the... So, to join the queue, you have to either send me a message on Facebook or join the Discord and message me directly about what you want to get commissioned. Once we talk through what you want and we get the prices of the cards and everything, I'll send you an invoice via PayPal, and you'll pay half up front and then the half later once it's finished, and that'll secure you a spot in the queue. I should probably do a how to get commission thing on my website. Have a good one, Space Core. Thanks for the subscription again. Hope to see you in another live stream. Have a fantastic day. use it as a tool, but it creating a thumbnail for you isn't you using as a tool. Use AI to do adjustments to your work all you want. But when it's completely doing all the work, that ain't cool. No, it's a tool. I told it to take a character that I drew, and I told it to make my character sitting at a desk with some stuff in the background, and it did what it did. AI is dope. I'm at work. I'm so sad. Oh no. Do you, it? I know you told me kind of what your work is. Is some of your job like desk work too? Or are you on breaky? Mm, I'll probably fall asleep watching. That's okay. That is totally okay. I love falling asleep to videos. Enjoy the enjoy the background noise of my AC unit. does not look. Ayo. Always want to tinker with altars. Are model kit acrylics good enough? Absolutely. All the paint I use is Citadel and this. I've just packaged them in a way that's dropper bottle because unfortunately Citadel's um, paint things, they're pots. I can't. This you too much paint dries out using the pots. Too much. I've got a ton of leftover Tamiya pots. Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Just, same thing with miniatures and models, make sure to water it down. You can use AI as a tool, but you can't use tool to make a thumbnail. But how does that make sense? Right, Jay. People, AI is I don't know how to say it. It's a pole. I think AI is one of those things where it's just artists are expected to just hate it. I don't know why, but I don't. I really don't. As soon as I realized AI's potential, I was like, yo, hold my beer. And I love your full arts. They always come out so clean. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, the whole reason I have the SpongeBob in the corner is because almost every stream there's someone who brings it up. So I'm like, we'll just have SpongeBob there. Hopefully he's big enough. What ratio do you suggest? I usually use 1-to-1 thinner and paint. Do you mean for putting them in a dropper bottle or painting on the card itself? Painting on the cardboard? One second. I'll show. So, I can't give exacts. So when I transferred these, I used this. I used about 3 to 5 drops, depending how thick my paint was, of this drops to put in here. So there's already this mixed with this in here, so thinner, flow improver. And then when I put it on my canvas, I maybe add, just a little bit of a water to the brush to thin it down further. And that's pretty much it. Honestly, I don't know about the paints you're using, but the Citadel paints, even without the thinner onto a wet palette, just adding a bit of water helps, although using a thinner or a medium. Oh, it's pretty thick, huh? Here, I'll put a little drop. just so you can kind of get the idea of the consistency. Woo. So, like, it's pretty watery. Like, I think the texture most people recommend for painting miniatures and cards is like that milky consistency. So I would say just put a little bit of paint on your palette or whatever you're starting with. We have a different opinion on watery. Yeah. Oh, and then once I get it watered down further, that's how I use it. I think milky consistency is what I have always like watched from tutorials. Is they're like to get a really clean layer, water your paints down to a milky consistency, and I'm like, okay, okay. Jaybird in chat has uh, gotten a ton of commissions from me. It's actually his fault that I stream. I can't say it's a fault. It's fantastic, fantastic suggestion. And he plays with the altars that I've done for him all the time. And as far as I'm aware, they withstand shuffling, they withstand play, and I don't even put any type of finish on my cards on the end. Just pop them in a perfect fit and off they go. And I am absolutely in no way a professional. This is 100% hobby, 100% my free time, doing commissions, because I'm retired Navy, got lots of time on my hands, and I love being creative. So any advice I could give is advice received from watching how to paint Warhammer miniatures on YouTube and my own personal experience with painting on cards. still yet to find a white paint that I enjoy. Corax white is too gray for my liking, so I mostly just use it for like the base coat on most cards. Or the base card on everything. Huzzah! Oh, I just realized chat. Uh, what kind? Sorry for anyone I didn't reply to. Chat was not moving properly. I tried acrylic, but it sticks to protectors too much. I use Citadel paint, and I don't find they stick at all once it's dry, because it dries very matte. Look at that hand. I mean, on the card, so pretty. Look good. Look cool. But the only paints I use are Citadel right now and Army Painter and some Vallejo, but not a lot. My paint collection is not very big. But this paint dries fantastic. You can see the difference between the card and the paint with the glossiness. Nope, I don't seal it with anything. I put them in, oops. Once I'm done, I take a perfect fit. Let's get a newer one. And Jaybird, who is in the chat here, he can contest that the altars hold up fantastic, and I do not put any type of sealant on them. I need to get a new pack of perfect fits. I love altars. Just recently bought proof for Kudo, and it's really interesting to see someone painting. Your Mage Rider stone looks great. Thank you. This is for Jay in the comments. It is a border extension, which is like my favorite. It's my favorite thing to do because it's very meditative. But yeah, watch. So finished, no sealer, and then slides right in. Wow. Just like a normal card. And slides out just as easy. Heck yeah. But I think that's going to be it for today. I did a surprisingly early stream and quite enjoyed it. So my streams are not normally at this time of day, but they are usually once a day if I can. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for coming. Let's see who we got. Thank you to Rose, who may be asleep, which they said they're going to nod off. Jaybird, Paragraph. Unfortunately, I cannot read the Russian name, but thank you for being here. Brady, Datman, Sam, B51NP, and Kaya. Thank you so much for being in chat. You guys being here helps the channel grow. And thank you, Datman Sam, for subscribing. Thank you, Otter Pirate, for being here as well. Thank you, everyone. I will see you in another stream. But make sure to hit that subscribe button or join the Discord for notifications. I will see you all another one. Have a fantastic Wednesday. And as always, peace out.